Right, so I have returned once again today to deliver another episode of the Ancient Magus Bride. This episode being episode 4. And as we know, it actually was probably... Freaking hell, that was loud. That actually got me. I was not expecting how loud that actual stream... Jesus freaking Christ, Yuji, you want to calm my voice down slightly? Just... God damn, that was terrifying, actually. But yeah, anyway, as I was saying beforehand, before I got spooked, yeah, so last week's episode actually probably was the best episode of the season thus far. It actually isn't a returning episode, or returning anime more, I should say. It was freaking phenomenal because it really kind of just dealt with a lot of themes really freaking damn well. I was like, you know what? Good job. I was not expecting how well this was all going to be thought out, but by God, it did it amazingly. So that was a plus for episode 3. And also as well, it kind of just went a little bit more into Chise's character and how kind of she has to grow from the events of her life to now. But it doesn't actually kind of always put the idea of the past in the forefront. It's actually kind of in the background to her character growth, which I kind of like, because certain shows will always kind of bring the kind of backstory to the forefront, and it actually sometimes destroys characters. But here it's actually kind of handled nicely, so it's actually kind of become annoying for the audience to actually kind of realize it's there, if you get what I mean. Because sometimes it becomes annoying for the audience to realize, oh, it's always there. It's kind of like, we get it, stop it, we know it's there. But this show kind of handles the whole thing with Chise pretty freaking damn well. So there's that. And also, I believe the dragon's name was Nevin. I believe how you pronounce his name correctly. He's a beautiful character. He was. I loved him. Oh yeah, I forgot you actually caught up with the manga, aren't you? I was actually gonna read I was going to read the manga, but then I remember, oh yeah, doing an adaptation of it. So what's the point? Oh yeah, the anime is freaking amazing. The anime is absolutely amazing. I haven't read the manga yet, but people have been telling me it's actually done a pretty freaking great job so far. So I would imagine it's actually a pretty freaking great adaptation. It is Wit. I mean, Wit don't technically do bad adaptations so far. I mean, I don't like most of their shows. Like, I don't like most of them, the kind of big ones, but a lot of their shows are pretty freaking faithful and actually pretty good. So this one's actually probably the best one they've ever done so far, actually, I think. But anyway, so that's episode 4 in 3, 2, 1. Let's begin now. I completely forget it starts with the opening all the time. Like, oh yeah, the opening. It's really freaking good. It's really freaking good. Though I always kind of found it weird. Everyone's speaking about Inuashiki more than Magus Bride. I think Magus Bride is actually the better anime, in my opinion. They're two different animes, but if we're going by the best of the season, I'd actually probably say this one actually is. Because this one's just so freaking good. It literally came out of nowhere. I knew it was gonna be good because I know the mangas are really amazing, but you sometimes have to kind of take that idea kind of I don't know how to say the word. It is amazing opening. They're pretty different actually. Huh, that's actually interesting. I mean, it's actually not. If it's different, it's actually not so bad so far because it's kind of because you've got Noragami level of different, which kind of destroys the whole entire narrative. If you actually read the manga, then watch the anime, you're kind of like, the hell are they doing here? But if it's different, it's actually kind of not too bad so far. Also, I like me an anime that actually makes London to be a better place than it actually already is. So there's that. Because believe me, oh, sorry, I was like, wait, what? I was like, I could have sworn people said the manga and anime is exactly the same practically. I was like, my brain just kind of don't have 4 hours of sleep. It kills your brain slightly. But yeah, I don't know. I find this to be a better overall anime than Inuashiki slightly. Even though the show is one of those shows that has that kind of dynamic that grows as the series goes on, it still is kind of a nice dynamic between the two of them. I kind of like it. It's that kind of they have to get used to each other, more Chisei than Alias, but it's still a nice dynamic there. It does actually have that undertone about it. If you I know what you mean by that because it has that undertone. It's not kind of it ain't all sunshine and rainbows. Yo, the talking cat. I love it. I love it. No, I actually was in a lot of pain from yesterday because I just sat down and my feet felt like someone had just ripped them apart. But then today it's kind of subsided. Thanks for asking. It's just one of those. The aroma is one of those things that it hits you and then goes away and then comes back. That's what an aroma actually is. It kind of hits you and goes away and comes back. I swear to God, if there's parts of England like this, I would actually literally go there all the time. King of Cats. This is like, bro, why wouldn't I go to a place with King of Cats? That'd be freaking awesome. But alas, London and England is just so goddamn boring sometimes. I'll make this known. If I actually can find this place, I'll move here. For the Kingdom of Cats, I'll go there to live my life there, completely happily. Like, bro, I'm living the high life. I got a cat called Jasper as well. It's amazing. I wish there was. If there happens to be when I move there, surrounded by cats all the time, you're like, bro, this is a life. This is like life. Everyone talks as well. So he's have something to talk to all the time. Man, I want a cat now. That's actually kind of true. They didn't mention it. It kind of reminds me of that as well. Imagine one day they actually finish off Nino Kuni. One day. Before number 2 comes out in January. I see that Elias has actually kind of honed the idea of husbando teleportation, the most arty of all crafts. It's the most arty of all crafts, the husbando teleportation device. Isn't it in January, I believe, it comes out? Old Ni no Kuni 2. I believe. Literally just imagine that date. Jesus Christ, it's kind of messed up. Jesus freaking Christ! Damn, son! That got dark quickly. Sure sounds it, Jesus. Uh-oh. That happened so fast. No, I already knew it was going to be dark. Now you go into the show, it's going to be dark. I was not expecting. Oh, yeah, by the way, the dude actually freaking kills cats. Was not expecting that. And the cat's basically pulled an animal farm on the dude and killed him. Was not expecting that. Hello, and I'm doing fine today, actually. How are you? Oh, don't pull those tricks. Don't pull the silent trick on me. Damn this show sometimes. Damn this show. The silent tricks. You just don't know what they're saying unless you can read lips. Damn it. Wish I was a lip reader. He sounds like a beautiful person. He looks like a beautiful person when he's actually in his disguise as well. I was like, holy crap, that guy's hot. But alas. I do understand it, actually. I do understand what you're right. It's hinting at something, isn't it? It's hinting at something, isn't it? There's something going on here. I can tell there's something going on here. Sun Got's gonna line up in the next one I do today. I have no idea whether or not I actually pulled the third one out because I'll go and see Thor Ragnarok afterwards. So if I can actually do Blood Blockade Battlefront, I'll do it. I can't be tomorrow. If I can't, I'll be tomorrow. Uh-oh. 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 Don't unhusbando my husbando, alright? Don't do that to me. Don't do it to me, okay, anime? Do not unhusbando my husbando right now. Don't do it to me. Alright? Don't do it to me. Oh, mother effer. No way. No. No. Do not. No. 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 Did not just pull that, did it? Did not just pull that, did it? No. This is a fake. This is the fake ending, isn't it? It's a fake ending. It's just a bait and switch. It's gonna just go. No, bro. The anime carries on. Nah. Do not leave me on that cliffhanger. Do not leave me on that cliffhanger. Frack. Damn you. Damn you. You pull me that revelation and just goes boy and finishes. It's like, bro. Damn, son. Jesus Christ. This show's good. Hits you with those husbando feels, and he's like, bro, he's actually not the greatest person in the universe. It's like, no. No. Do not do this to me now. Do not unhusbando my husbando, okay? I cannot accept this. I cannot accept this revelation. Bugger. Bugger. God damn it. God damn you, anime. You hit me with those. You hit me with those. Hit me with those things to be like, bro, don't be hitting me with the unhusbandoness. Every single one of them actually pulled a goddamn every single one of them. Oh yeah, because I remember the Sangatsu's hit the Hina rock, hasn't it? So it's hit the part of like, oh my god, Depression Central. It's like I realized that yesterday because someone put a picture saying, do not do this to me now, and Hina's crying. I was like, oh bro, you do not know what you're in for. You do not know what's gonna happen to you by the end of that arc. Oh boy. Oh boy. I was not right after that arc. It was very existential after that arc, actually, in the manga. So that's one thing, but crying quite a bit. But yeah, okay. So Ancient Magus Bride. So yeah, it's actually kind of now giving me the kind of curveball that I wanted, because it's not kind of all sunshine and rainbows, which I actually kind of like, because you had the whole entire thing of, hey, look, this dude saved this girl from an actual kind of terrible place that she was in theory, and actually now it's kind of like she's kind of not sort of better off than what she was beforehand. Like, she had that brief period that she was kind of like, yo, it's actually not so bad. And then the guy just goes, yeah, by the way, you've got a terrible fate upon you, by the way. You're not in a kind of a good spot right now. Would not say it's 100% Daijo Bu right now, because it really isn't. Like, it's very much like that. It's actually kind of a nice curveball to throw, because it's kind of like, you need those things in this kind of show. It can't just always be sunshine and rainbows like the whole entire thing, because you've got Chise's backstory, which actually kind of does, in theory, lay on this idea of kind of this dark undercurrent. But then you have the whole entire thing of the actual kind of magical world itself, which in theory can actually then also create a massive undercurrent of kind of darkness, because it always does. Magic's actually kind of dark in certain contexts. Because yeah, adios. Because it's one of those things, it's actually one of those things. Magic is kind of dark in principle. It's one of those things, it's kind of, certain shows do kind of make it to be some kind of light thing that's actually not so bad, but it's actually not always that all the time, because it's actually kind of a nice curveball, I think, because now you're kind of like, oh god, what's he gonna do to her? What's gonna happen to her? It's gonna be the same fate as the girls got in this situation. You don't know, and you're actually now kind of fearing for her life, because you're like, she was in such a bad situation. You don't want to see anything bad happen to her, because you had that revelation last week with Nevin, I believe how you pronounce his name correctly, the dragon. You had the whole revelation of that with him last week, that actually kind of in theory kind of made her character go beyond slight bit where she was beforehand. So you had that revelation. It was actually kind of looking all right for her. But now you have this bit. It's like, bro, why? Why'd you hit me with the good stuff and hit me kind of with the bad stuff afterwards? Why? What's the point? What's the point, bro? I need these good feels, not these bad feels. I don't want to see my husband or Elias actually kind of be a bad person, okay? Like, can't accept those feels, all right? The bro's pretty hot. I'm like, I can't just sit there and go, you're a terrible dude, okay? You're a terrible dude. I can't do this. This is like, it's like the most terrible thing a person can do to me, okay? You did not make my husbando villains. Just, okay, most of my husbandos are actually villains as well, so you've got that as well, but just ignore my philosophy. I think it's 24 episodes long, isn't it, the actual anime? It's 2 cores, which is actually really freaking good. I'm like, yes, Wit's back to 2 cores. But I mean, yeah, it's still freaking good, though. Still like, yo, this is a good show. This is like one of those shows you're like, yo, everyone should watch it. Well, everyone should watch it, because it's got a nice sense of character growth. Actually kind of like, yo, it's actually not so fast, not so slow. It's actually kind of a nice... It's kind of, you're growing with the characters themselves as the world grows itself as well, and actually how all of the kind of bits and bobs about the magic kind of gets revealed to you. Actually, it's kind of neat, because how it's structured is actually kind of neat in its own way, because you've got the magic kind of getting explored slowly to actually kind of allow you to kind of go, yo, that's actually kind of cool. Oh, that's actually not so great. Oh, no. Do not bring up my tweets about Diego Brando, okay? He's a different kettle of fish. Leave my boy alone. Leave my boy alone. Okay? Leave him alone. He's a cinnamon roll. He's a cinnamon roll, okay? He's a cinnamon roll. But yeah, I mean, the show is really freaking good. I love it. I think it's actually probably my animated season that's actually not returning, because returning is Sangatsu and Gintama. But if we're going by new shows, this, Konohana Kitan, and also oh, there we are. Kino's Journey. That's the one I was looking for. My brain just kind of just had a brain fart just now. I was like, the hell do you have a show I really like this season? So those 3 are the awesome shows. But yeah, I mean, so going forward, it's kind of like you have the whole entire philosophy now of what's really going on with Chise's character. Is she okay? Is she in a better situation which was beforehand? Because clearly it's not really kind of saying yay or nay to it, to the idea, which is kind of neat, because it's kind of like, you don't really want to kind of have this idea of this happiness all the goddamn time, because it doesn't really kind of do anything. You always want to kind of just subvert it somehow with some kind of like darkness to it. It actually kind of allows you to actually kind of go, okay, all right, it's a nice curveball there. And actually then kind of make you feel more invested into the storyline, because then you're kind of like, no, Alias, no, don't do that. I really liked Konohana Kitan, really. It's actually a nice show. It's a nice comfy show. Actually, it's a nice undercurrent to it as well. So yeah, curveballs are pretty freaking good. It's actually kind of a nice narrative curveball to throw it at this stage of the anime, because now you kind of have the whole entire idea of who can you trust, which is kind of neat. It's kind of like, yeah, alrighty. I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's because otherwise you're kind of like, what curveball's going to show throw at you? Because you're kind of sitting here going, oh, Alias is hot. And that's about it. You're like, yeah, it's pretty hot. And you're kind of like, okay, what do I do now? And then it's like, oh, he's actually not so good. It's like, oh, okay, all right. I like it. I like you, anime. So yeah, now I'm kind of like, I want to know more about this sense of the kind of the undercurrent of darkness that Alias actually has, what he truly wants to do with her, which I'm guessing is probably going to be a very, very prominent plot point for the whole entirety of the next arc, because I would imagine she'll probably go home with him and be like, right, we need to sit down for 5 seconds and you got to answer me right freaking now. What the frick is going on with my life? And he'd be like, all right. Was not expecting this goddamn soon. So it's only like episode 5, I think. All right, can I have 5 seconds? Okay. All right, I've got it. This is what happens. This is what's going to happen. I imagine it's probably going to be like kind of the most prominent point the whole entirety of the series from now on, because you kind of got this idea of the characters growing, and now it's kind of like, boom, stop, and it's kind of like it's broken slightly, the dynamic there. So I was mentioning in the stream, I was like, yo, the dynamic they share is actually kind of nice. Only for it to actually kind of get slightly busted in this episode. I was like, that's actually kind of cool. I thought, you got me, show. Good job. I wasn't expecting that at the end. I was like, oh, alrighty. So yeah, I mean, kind of liking the show a lot. I think so. I think it's about a solid 9.5 out of 10. I would say. It's actually not actually angered me so far, which is actually one of those things that not many shows actually can pull off. A lot of shows tend to kind of get me somehow. This show has not done anything so far besides kind of make my husband slightly villainous, but I could take that. Curveball. So yeah, until next week and see what happens with Chise's character. And that goddamn cliffhanger was like, whoa, please no, because it's just you don't throw revelations, but they just go like boom, stop, and then you kind of like, oh yeah, I've got to wait a week to find out what happens next, don't I? No, it's a goddamn big cliffhanger that even Sylvester Stallone's hanging off of it. So it's that much of a cliffhanger. I think probably 5 people might actually get that reference. But if you do, congratulations, you've got a pretty freaking good taste in films. So yeah, until next week with Ancient Magus Bride, episode 5, I have been the driver. So if you have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole, and you do want to leave a like, then do leave a like, because indeed, it does quite a bit. If you have enjoyed what I do here, and you want to stay a little bit longer, then do leave a sub, because indeed, it does help me quite. It does help me quite a bit to say the words correctly. That's pretty much the greatest description of Alias I've actually ever got. I would say it's probably the most accurate description of Alias. He really is the sweetest cinnamon dark princess of destruction bun. Prince. My brain is literally not working today. I have no idea why. Do not have 4 hours of sleep on a Saturday afternoon, because you probably will very just go happens. So until after lunch with Sangatsu Online episode 3, I believe we're on. Is episode 4 now. I can't even remember. My brain's literally, I think it's episode 2. No, episode 3, because I had 2 last week, I believe. So anyway, until then, see you guys later. Bye for now.